dang, I meant to click the start button, before it became 6:01, but here, it ended up turning 6:01 right before I clicked. Right before I clicked. Okay, let me catch up here. Let's see what we've got here. People saying they're here, kind of taking roll. I guess next week we'll go back to the regular channel, I guess, I hope that I mean, whatever. Things are slowing down anyway. Excuse me. A little phlegmy there, I guess. Sorry. It's probably, you don't like that, probably, do you? Let's see here. I'm just reading your comments here. Huh. Yeah, Lalula, yeah, Cammy was not there, but the people who are regular Coopsters that were there would be Jamie was there and Jeff Perry was there. I don't know if anybody else was there from the Chicken Coop. I don't know. Was there anybody else there? I don't know. Maybe. So anyway, I think my headphones are turned up too much. I'm gonna turn it down because it feels like. Oh, was Ben there? Was Ben Reed there? Maybe he was. Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I'm sure Cammy was there in spirit, and I'm sure you all were there in spirit. Okay, so Ben Reed, I was there. Oh, that's right. Ben, were you the person who made some suggestions? It wasn't in the final cut, probably, but did you make some suggestions for the super group, the ultimate super group, Ben Reed? Okay, so you were there. Oh, that was you. Okay, yeah. So Ben was there. What were the people that you met? I mean, I'm trying to remember how it went down. You know what it was? Yeah, that's what it was. You were off to the side, and I felt like it would be better to do it with somebody else who I could face more forward with. Oh, that's right, Georgi Ligeti. That's right, Georgi Ligeti. Yeah, is that what happened? Is that I kind of forgot actually, but I kind of said, "Oh, okay, those are good suggestions," but I kind of turned and had I had another person do it, But there also was another show where I asked for it too. Or wait a second. Wait, what show were you at? Oh, who cares, right? Who cares? Big whoop on any of this, right? Oh, did I say that? Did I say when you Oh, you said Ron. Did you say Ron Wood? And I said, oh, yeah, Ron Wood Jr. or Roy Wood Jr. or something like that. I don't know. But no, I don't know. I feel like maybe you were at the first show and then you were at the second game. So I asked two people for the super group thing twice, right? Okay. Well, anyway, the final cut only saw one of it, but anyway, it was our little secret and everybody who was there, I guess. And is that true about fishing? Is that true, or is somebody who sounds like me? Are you sure it wasn't Barack Obama who sounds like me? Who else sounds like me besides Barack Obama? I mean, look, there was other impressions I think that were done, that didn't make the cut, and there were probably some other Michael Jackson things that were done, but you got to put a limit on it at a certain point, Oh, I get it. Okay, so he's saying he's watching a video about fishing, and then this came up, and it sounded like I was narrating it. I am Obama. I am Obama, and I approve of this message. Imagine Obama kind of being like that. I am Obama. I am Obama. I am Obama. I am Obama. Hey, you know what? It comes out today or tomorrow. I was on this podcast, Jamel Johnson and Brandon Wardell. We got into a pretty funny riff about Michael Jackson being into sketch comedy. You know, speaking of limits, no limits on Michael Jackson. Take a listen to that. I don't know. That comes out today or, or tomorrow. Man, you guys, do you know who Eccentric is? You know who Eccentric is from American Idol? You know, I'm built like a stallion, only I wear the eccentric medallion. What up, baby? Moi, spread the love. I've got fire equaling 3 men. Okay, that guy. Well, not only does he sort of take after Michael Jackson in some ways, but thank you, Jared. Wait, hold on. You've been absent from the Chicken Coop a few weeks? Oh, you missed out. Last week and the week before. Well, especially the week before that. Really funny episode. You should definitely check it out. So Eccentric, it's spelled EXCENTRIC. And he was on American Idol, and they dedicated 4 minutes to his segment. He didn't move on, but I thought he was very talented, and I tracked him down. It took me a year. I found him. This was in the mid 2000s or something. And I started having him perform on comedy shows as the musical guest, kind of before the show started or at the end. And he, not to make light of, or not to, anyway, he was talented. And anyway, I got to know him, you know, and then my friend interviewed him for some Las Vegas newspaper, and I was watching that, you know, Better Call Saul, Nacho from Better Call Saul. Whenever he talked, I thought to myself, gosh, his voice sounds so familiar. What is that voice? And it clicked. I thought, it's Eccentric. He sounds like Eccentric. And anyway, if you just get into Eccentric and no, Tommy, I think we're going to move back to the regular channel next week. I just wanted to not interrupt any kind of non-stand-up comedy traction that the special might be trying to get on YouTube with the algorithm or whatever. But we'll go back on the regular channel next week. But anyway, just look up Eccentric, try to go deep with him, and there's some good stuff on there. I mean, he's interesting, yeah. But Nacho sounds like him very much. I mean, wow. But you know, Chodes, people have been saving up. They're going to dump a lot on the next Chicken Coop that when we do it on the regular channel. It's going to get dumped. I mean, there's going to be a lot of people have been saving up all these super chats and super stickers or whatever. They've been saving it, and they can't wait to just release. They've been holding it this whole time, and just wait till they sit on the toilet of next episode and just let it all come out. I mean, there's going to be some heavy loads on the next one. I can't wait. Yummy. So that'd be so nuts if Trout did drop 1,000. Has he ever done that on the other? I know some of you people watch other shows that he appears in. Has he ever dropped some big loads? I mean, we're talking major $1,000 loads or what? So there were 3 Coopsters at the special. Anyway, look, before we start this episode, thank you to everybody who came out. First of all, for just watching the special, and thank you to you for making it to the premiere, which was at 8 a.m. Pacific time. Although that's kind of easier for some of you people if it's, you're on the East Coast. Oh, Cammy, you think it should go on this channel? Yeah, I guess we're getting 20-something viewers on here, and we usually get 50-ish on the other channel, so I guess we get twice as much. But then, I don't know. Maybe it should be on this channel. I don't know though. But anyway, we'll think about it. I think it'd probably be better on the other channel because maybe some random people can discover it, maybe. But I don't know. Well, there it is, Bryce. There it is. Oh yeah, and then but Cammy, that all the Gunya. Yeah, I mean, some people are Gunyas. I mean, they are exactly. Chode's earned his Gunya badge. I mean, we don't want to do away with all that. We've all worked so hard to reach that Gunya status, and we just don't want to throw it away at this point. So, anyways, Nah, I don't want to start over. We'll go back on the channel tomorrow, or next week, that is. It'll be all right. It'll be, look, you guys are insiders. You know what I mean? These are the insiders that do this Chicken Coop. These are hardcore insiders. We're it's a club, it's a secret club almost. But we can let people in, So what else? Anyway, thanks for coming over to that. Thanks for watching it. Hopefully it gets more reach, hopefully it gets more reach, in the upcoming days and weeks. Sorry. I just was about to do something and I just accidentally hit something over, and now it's really dusty and I kind of want to wipe it off. Can I wipe it off real quick? Is it okay if I wipe it off? Play them some more clips.
This shit knows. Guys have dried the tears from my eyes. No, my lord.
So I called Elon. Arnold Palmer was. So far, you've really been.
I'm almost done, guys. And then we'll start the show. Okay, we'll start the show in just a bit here. Okay, almost done. Look, this is a secret club. All right, it's a secret club.
I seen a rainbow.
Just had a little accident just now.
Are you ready for some real food?
I seen a rainbow.
All right. Here we come. All right, I'm here. All right, let's start the show.
Are you ready for some real food?
Welcome to the Chicken Coop. My name is Brent Weinbach, and normally I'm here with Laura Weinbach. I'm about to sneeze. Hold on one second. No, it's gonna go away. Hold on. Sometimes it just doesn't feel good to not sneeze. You know what I mean? But normally Laura Weinbach is here with me, but she's not here on this episode. It's just me. This is a chat show we do. You all know. You're all insiders, But in case you're not an insider, in case you randomly stumbled upon this, this show, just random shows. I mean, hey, sometimes I click on obscure stuff too, But it's a live chat show we do every Monday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and we normally do it on my other channel. It's called Brent Weinbach, And if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, go there and watch my new stand-up special, Appealing. No, it's not Appealing to the Mainstream. Yeah, watch Appealing to the Mainstream. Popular Culture, it's called. All right. Anyway, yeah, I guess we could just get into today's topic. We have a different topic every week. You know how it is. And oh, look, hey, this is our producer, Chicken Jessica. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Oh yeah,
I'm doing a lot better since I saw your great new special.
Oh, good. Thank you. I'm glad that it could help. You know, laughter is the best medicine, they say.
It cured my lupus.
Oh, really? You had that lupus? Now it's
yeah.
it stopped that vicious loop, I guess. Now it's just us.
It was a vicious Taurus.
Yeah, it's a vicious
that I
Taurus
was-
of
Yeah.
That's the problem with lupus. It just keeps happening over and over again. But then if you can stop that, and then it's just us. Now
just us tonight. Just us tonight. You know?
Now it's us. Now it's we. Does that ring a bell?
No.
It used to be I and me. Now it's us. Oh, now it's we. Does that ring a bell?
No, I'm waiting for an F-bomb to drop.
Oh, right. Well, it does come. It goes like this. Ben, the two of us need look no more. We both found what we were fucking for. Yeah. With
I
a
recognize
friend
that
to
now.
call my own. Have you seen Ben before?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's good.
Ben Reed, you mean?
Ben Reed. Have you seen Ben Reed? It's good.
I'm here.
Ben is good. You should see. You guys should all watch Ben. It's a good movie. It's a sequel to Willard. If anybody's seen Willard, you know Willard.
I've heard about Willard.
You might be thinking of the Crispin Glover movie Willard, which is actually a remake of the movie from the 70s.
Mm.
So
about rats or something.
Yeah. And so Willard is a guy. I guess he's into rats. I actually haven't seen Willard. I haven't seen either Willard, the one with Crispin Glover or the original one. But Ben is a sequel, and there was a song in it that was sung by Michael Jackson called, Ben, and that's what I'm singing right now. Ben, the two of us need look no more. We both found what we were fucking for. With a friend to call my own, I'll never be alone. Something that you'll see, I'm sucking dicks with me. You've got a friend in me. It used to be I and me. Now it's us. Something like that. Anyway.
Give it up for Brent.
Give it up. Give it up from Michael J. Jackson. But yeah, Ben though, it's a kind of a weird movie, It's about a boy who befriends a rat, named Ben,
Huh.
Well,
There's just one rat in this one?
Well, it starts that way, yeah.
Oh.
But then the rat brings the kid to his world. He shows him his underground world, and it's all rats there and stuff. The kid's just down to go down to the sewers and just hang out with these rats. I mean, it's very bizarre.
It's kind of like Ratatouille in a way.
Does he get brought to his underground world?
I feel like he must meet the family at some point.
Well, it's hardcore, these I mean, it's so nuts. I mean, I can't imagine, I don't know, shooting that. I mean, I don't think it's as scary if there was an animal wrangler there, but I can't imagine I don't know. I don't know what the production details were like, if they went down into an actual sewer and just had rats crawling around in the sewer. I don't know.
Seems like a bad idea.
Seems dangerous.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jackson. Dangerous. The girl is so dangerous. Take away my money, throw away my time. You can call me honey, but you're no damn fucking good for me. Something like that. I was trying to think of where to go. I had thought of it for that song, but I can't remember where it went, actually. Dangerous. Fuck the girl is so dangerous. Hee hee. Throw away my money, take away my time. You can call me honey, but fuck you no damn. Maybe that's where it goes. Fuck you no damn good for me. You know, there's a lot of Michael Jackson songs that never get said. They never get called out by people. You know, I Can't Stop Loving You. That's my number one Michael Jackson song. It's my favorite song. But I know where it goes. You know that song?
I don't know it by the title, but I must have heard it at some point.
It goes, I won't sing the long version, but it goes, the feeling is mine. My life ain't worth living if I can't be with you. I just can't stop loving you. I just can't stop loving you. And when I stop, then tell me the fuck will I do? I just can't stop fucking you.
It's a dirty one.
Say is more. See, here's the thing. The Girl Is Mine. That's more a Michael Jackson song with guest Paul McCartney. Say is more of a Paul McCartney song with guest Michael Jackson. Now they both wrote both songs. Don't get it wrong. That's a good song though. Say. You know that song?
Yeah, it's another one I definitely have heard it. I couldn't pull it out.
Say. I'm fucking in. I don't know. I'm just trying to add it in there, but. Oh, sorry. You came in to talk about something, right?
I came to just say we can't do super chats.
Yeah. Okay.
Until tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Next week.
Next week. Yeah. Well, no, until tomorrow, but we're just not doing a show tomorrow. That's all.
After tonight, we're officially back on Brent's channel.
Yeah.
And
then we'll get bumped up to about 50-something watchers, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Maybe even 80. One time it was at 80s, you know. Wow.
I remember that time.
What if we hit 100? Did we ever hit 100 once?
Yeah, let's say we did.
We definitely have surpassed 100 members before, but not right now.
We'll get them back.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, now, so we can't talk about that. But do you have something else though? Seemed like you did last time, or
well, no, I don't.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Yeah, the Say music video, that's pretty good. You know, they're kind of selling snake oil. You know, they're kind of doing this whole scam kind of thing. You know, Paul McCartney's
I've watched
he's a
that.
scammer.
I've seen that. Did we watch that on the Coop?
No, I don't think so. These guys are scammer. Definitely watch Black or White though.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see this. It's because you guys don't do full billboard marketing for the Chicken Coop all over LA, like I've been telling you. That'd be kind of funny though if there was. If there was billboards to the Chicken Coop, imagine a big billboard saying the Chicken Coop. You know, oh God, what a waste of money in a way. You know what though? Billboards work. Speaking of chicken, I've talked about this on the Poundcast before, maybe, but you know about Chicken Girls?
Chicken Girls?
Yeah, Chicken Girls. I saw this billboard. This is before the Chicken Coop started, but I saw this billboard for this. Yeah, exactly. You read my mind here. I said I saw Chicken Girls, and I saw these girls, these pictures of these girls, and they look like they're teen girls or whatever. And I kind of thought, what the hell is this show? Actually, it wasn't just girls; there was boys in there too. But it was these different pictures of these people, and it said season 8 or something like that. And I thought, what show? What? First of all, it's called Chicken Girls. What a weird name, intriguing. And it said season 8 or something. And I thought, it's this deep into the show? I've never heard of this before. It was so weird, right? What did it say? Hold on. The show anthologizes every. Oh yeah. And so I just thought, what is this? And I looked it up, and it turned out it was a web series, and it was on YouTube. It was produced by Brat, Brat TV or whatever. They cater to tween and teen girls, I guess.
Oof.
And so I got into it. I was watching the shows. It was kind of just really funny and ridiculous to me.
Huh.
But and then it turns out I know somebody who I guess worked with Brat TV or whatever, and I said, "Hey, let me direct an episode of Chicken Girls. I'm down." It didn't happen though.
Oh,
Pretty cool.
Is the show still on?
I don't know. Is Chicken Girls on still? I haven't been keeping up with it. This was a few years ago or so, or maybe longer than a few years ago, probably. Is it on Chicken Girls? Let's look it up. Chicken Girls. Anyway, it's just kind of funny that it's called Chicken Girls. I'm trying to remember if I figured out why it was called Chicken Girls, because it's not really explained that much.
It's had 11 seasons now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, was that what it said when you saw it?
No, it was somewhere. Maybe it was 7 seasons, or 6 or 7 or 8 seasons, or something. It probably was 6 seasons or something. Or maybe it was 5 seasons, and I just thought 5 seasons. I've never heard of this, and what is this? Chicken Girls? I gotta look this up.
Well, there's a spin-off series now called Chicken Girls: The College Years.
Oh my gosh, really? They're old now. Wow.
Mm.
Oh my gosh, the college. That's crazy. But that show, the Chicken Girls, I think that if girls got too old for it, I think they would swap in new girls. It was kind of like Our Gang, Our Gang took place over there was 20 years of Our Gang.
Before Little Rascals?
Well, Little Rascals was simply just a repackaging of Our Gang. It was for the TV, basically.
Oh.
So, Our Gang was from the 20s through to the 40s, and then when TV started to become more of a thing, those were just film shorts they would show at movie theaters, right? But then for when TV happened in, I don't know, I guess the 50s or whatever, they had all these shorts, and War Gang shorts, and they said, okay, well, let's repackage this as Little Rascals and make them TV programs. So they made them. Anyway, they were called Little Rascals for TV, but it was just really just Our Gang. So sorry for over explaining that.
I was never clear on that, so that clears me up.
But that would happen with Our Gang because it took place over the course of 20 years. Is that kids would get too old for it, and then they would bring in new kids. And but the longest running kid on that show was Spanky McFarlane, and he was started on Our Gang shorts when he was 3 years old, and he was on, I want to say, for something like 11 years or something like that, or at least 10 years. I almost even want to say I think he left when he was 13 or something like that. I don't know, something like that. He was on for a long time. He was the longest running person. But it's kind of crazy though that he was 3 years old, and he was doing funny stuff at 3 years old. He was doing some funny acting. You're not the first person to mention that to me, Max. Paul Rubens doc.
Oh, I just finished watching that today.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. My friend Gabe Castro was saying I might want to check it out if I like Paul Rubens. And do I like Paul Rubens? I mean, he's cool. He's cool. I was never super into Pee-wee or anything, but I mean, I appreciate it. I like it enough, I was not on Tom Segura's new show. I would have loved to have been though. But yeah, Johnny Pemberton was, yeah. But yeah, anyway, they should make whatever. We made this video with Tom Segura a long time ago called Bear in a Bathtub. They should remake that and have me be in it for that show of his on Netflix,
I haven't heard about this Bear in a Bathtub.
Yeah, so basically, who Tom Segura is?
Yeah.
He was he and his now wife, but I think they were just boyfriend or girlfriend when we made the video. We made this whole Bear in a Bathtub thing. It was this she calls me, and I'm a bear tamer, basically, or a bear wrangler, I guess. And she calls me up, goes to their apartment, and she goes, thank goodness you're here. There's a bear in the bathtub, and I'm kind of playing this kind of, I don't know, dominant kind of, kind of techie looking guy, I guess, or something like that. Anyway, I kind of deal with the bear in the bathtub, who Tom is in the bathtub, and he's just wearing, I think he's shirtless, and he's just, in the bathtub. And I kind of say stuff like, good bear. Have you been a good bear? Good bears get honey. I bet if you've been a bad bears play in the trash, and that dump trash on him and stuff. And then, but then he's a good bear at a certain point. So I put honey on him and stuff. And I don't know. It's very, kind of, it's kind of somewhat bondagey in a way, but, anyway, it was a good video, and it was kind of inspired partially by the music of Hirsute Pursuit. And we talked all about this on the Your Mom's podcast, that was Your Mom's House podcast, that's on YouTube, or whatever, wherever you get podcasts, that I was on recently, to promote the special. Anyway, point is that video is not online anymore, and I don't know where it is or how anyone could find it. It's probably on some old computer because it was on Funny or Die, and then Funny or Die kind of closed, and then now it's not on there anymore. And so I kind of think we should remake it for that Bad Thoughts show.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it, whether it's a remake or the original. Should we get to the topic?
Yeah, I'll go get another topic. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Chicken Jessica.
Thank you.
So, all right. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I was on Your Mom's House. Yeah. All right. So anyway, the topic is, well, I mean, it is Memorial Day, okay? And what do you do on Memorial Day? A lot of people have barbecues, don't they? So, and then what's a famous expression that involves barbecues? Shrimp on a Barbie, right? So this episode is going to be about shrimp and steaks, or shrimp and meat, I guess, or whatever. And anyway, we're calling it surf and turf, right? Wait, can I look at that picture again? Okay. So, wow. Yeah. Okay, interesting. So, anyway, that was meant to sound like Wipeout, but it sounded kind of more like the Crypt Keeper, I think, That's actually kind of a funny idea. I have an idea. Oh, I'm going to make this. I'm going to make a thing where it's going to be the Crypt Keeper laughing, and then it says Wipeout, and it'll be the beginning of Wipeout, That sounds pretty good. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like shrimp. I never have, and I never will. I remember the first time I tried shrimp. My dad brought shrimp home, and I just thought it smelled bad, and I ate it, but I thought it was just kind of gross. It just was chewy in a gross way to me, or something. The texture was gross. It looks gross. They look like mutated maggots or something. I mean, they look weird, shrimp, Ugh. And I didn't like the smell, And there was probably one or two other times my dad brought shrimp home, and, that we cooked the shrimp there, at home, or he did. And I just every time I thought, ugh, I don't like this. This don't smell right, No, I've never liked shrimp. I look at it, I see it at restaurants, I think, yuck. It looks like something. It looks like an alien type thing, It looks like it's from Contra or something like that. I just wouldn't want to eat the enemies from Contra. That looks gross to me, You ever play Contra? Because they've got shrimp in there. and it doesn't look appetizing if you ask me. I mean, basically, if you like that kind of stuff, shrimp, you're basically interested in eating aliens. I mean, I pretty much agree with Chodes, except for that I like regular fish. In fact, I love it. I love regular fish. In fact, you give me a nice branzino. Fuck you. I love it. It's I love that stuff, right? I like branzino. It feels like the freshest chicken you'll ever have. It's kind of a chicken of the sea almost. I love the branzino. But hey, no disrespect to people who are into alien food. That's good for you guys. Fish and chips, Pasadena for me on that one, because I just don't like stuff that's so heavy and fried. I don't like heavy fried stuff. I like French fries. I just don't like too much grease. I ate too much oil yesterday. Yeah. But no, I mean, look, I like some stuff. Look, St. Louis has got, I know what, Lalula, you're in St. Louis maybe? I don't know. Amanda is maybe? I don't know. But I know you've got that. You got those fried raviolis there, or toasted raviolis. I like toasted, not fried. That's what I want. Toasted ravioli, that could work. I want to go back. If I go to St. Louis, I'm going to get toasted ravioli. I haven't had it since last time I went to St. Louis, which was in 2008, to see my 100-year-old granddad at the time. And I tried to get toasted ravioli in Los Angeles. It wasn't the same at all. It was more just fried ravioli, and it wasn't good. I'm talking toasted. But yeah, my dad took us to, he was kind of saying we got to get toasted ravioli, so we went and got toasted ravioli in St. Louis. It's a St. Louis thing. Okay. Hey, look, Mike Frame. That's a new name. That's okay. Welcome. Unless it's somebody who just changed their name recently, maybe. Could be Jonathan Franzen, maybe. I don't know. What else? So anyway, yeah, back to shrimp though. So I know I don't like shrimp and lobster. My dad brought back home some lobster a couple different nights, and he cooked the lobster at home. And once again, it's kind of similar to shrimp, but maybe I like it a little more. But no, I did have lobster once though. I mean, Laura and I talked about this. It was New Year's Eve once. I was working as a pianist, and you know how you do piano like this. I was doing this kind of thing. I was working as a pianist, and the place where I was playing, they gave us lobster for free, and I thought it was all right, but I had a really bad headache, and I couldn't really enjoy anything at that moment. I think I might have tried a lobster roll when I went to Boston for the first time. Just to see what that was all about. I get that lobster roll. But I don't really like this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And crab. I had some imitation crab meat the other day in a California roll on accident. I didn't mean to get that. But you know what? It was not bad. Not bad, all that stuff is bottom feeder type stuff. You know what I mean? They're in there kind of picking away. I mean, these things are like a pair of ragged claws scuttling across the floors of silent seas. I'm not trying to eat that. These bottom feeders, they're just eating the bottom of the barrel stuff down there. Bottom feeders, they are. I tried calamari. I got some into that calamari Povich. I had some calamari once. I was kind of all right with it, but I'm only eating the rings. You know what I mean? When it comes to those kind of arms, I guess, with the tentacles on them. Although, basically I went to lunch yesterday with my sister and her husband and her kid, who's my nephew, and he loves seafood. This kid, he's 4 years old, and they ordered calamari at the table, and he got the little he was just getting the arm of the squid, I guess, and he was eating the tentacles off the arm as if they were baby corns. Like that. And I thought that was kind of interesting and somewhat gross. So now oysters, never. I don't think I can't even think I don't think I tried even one before. Nah, my dad might have brought some oysters back once too. Come to think of it, but I'm not doing that. Not doing that. Yuck. What's the stuff that's people go like this? They kind of drink it up. What's that called, Chicken Jessica? Is that clams or is that an oyster?
That's oysters on the
okay.
half shell.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, oysters. Then clams are the other thing?
Clams? Yeah, what do you usually like kind of dig in there with a little fork? Or that's mussels maybe.
Oh, well, all that stuff is gross to me. Yuck. Get it out of here. Gross. And you swallow it. It just makes me think I'll throw up. Yuck. All of that stuff just grosses me out. No offense. Now, steak, on the other hand, now that I like. That I like, okay? Sushi, raw fish, I used to be into it. I could get into it every now and then, you know what I mean? You give me a good spicy tuna type thing, a crispy rice tuna thing, that's kind of suckable to me. What I mean by suckable is it means that it could suck my taste buds' penis in a way, you know what I mean? I love steak, though. That's good, man. You get a good steak and put it in your mouth. I love a good bite. Oh, God, I'm thinking about steak right now, and I just want it. I kind of want it. I want that turf. That's why, yeah. Rival Turf. You ever go play Rival Turf? It's all about steak. Well, I'm going to get hungry watching these steak commercials, and I think you've got a steak commercial loaded up for me, right? I like a steak. You know what? I used to not like to eat fat, but now I'm starting to understand it now. I still don't really like fat, I just like pure meat, That's why give me the bison. But I get my meat medium, okay? I'm not trying to eat bloody steak. I don't really like that, all right? People like their bloody steaks. People like they bloody steaks. Oh, I don't like them bloody. I don't. No offense to anybody who's vegetarian or vegan here, but I do like steak. I'm born with it. I'm born to like steak. My dad ate a lot of steaks, growing up. That's not really what made me like steak. I just like steaks. It's good. It's in my blood, It's in my blood to like steaks. But I eat vegan all the time. I eat vegan cuisine all the time. I'm not one of these people who says, "Oh, I need my meat" or whatever. I think there's an artistry to vegan cuisine, especially raw vegan cuisine. There's an artistry to it. You're working with limitations. You're going to be creative. Oh, God, don't even mention that. It makes me just have urges right now. I could go for some pepper lunch right now. I could go for that. I need it. SB3. Damn. Don't even bring up pepper lunch at a time like this. I haven't eaten. I'm hungry. Oh, I could go for some pepper lunch right now. I love a sizzling plate with some rice and some corn and some good beef. Man, we got to get a pepper lunch thing going. We got to get a pepper lunch get together, man. All of us. Don't even bring up such things. What do we have here? What's this commercial? I'm going to get too hungry watching these commercials here. But you know what? You show me a shrimp commercial, PU. What do you have here? Wait, take it from the top? Oh my gosh, I got to retell. I'm going to like this music here.
Unmistakably sharp. Unmistakably fine.
Oh gosh, this is good.
Unmistakably warm.
These are the kind of adults I like to hang out with.
Unmistakably yours and mine.
Uh-oh.
Unmistakably right.
Oh, this is good.
Down to the last detail.
Oh boy.
Tonight is unmistakably
They sure showed a lot of seafood for a steak place. I'll tell you that. Unless they're maybe calling the seafood ale. Maybe they meant to say ale, like ill. It's gross, ill. And then someone kind of got lost in translation. They kind of spelled it as ale, but because look at that guy just chewing down on this chunky little shrimp piece. I will say this: I used to do cup of noodles. When I was in high school, you guys know cup of noodles. I used to get that one that had the shrimp in it. I had the shrimp flavor. I did do it because they got the little prawns in there. It wasn't as big of an offense. I wouldn't do it now. These are great adults. These are some great adults here. Let me see this commercial from the top. Let's take it from the top here. Yeah.
I was going to ask you, Brent, do you know who's singing this song on this commercial?
You know what? Good question. Let's figure it out.
All right, I'll take it from the top.
Unmistakably sharp, unmistakably fine.
Pause it. Is it Denise Williams?
No.
Okay. Keep going.
Unmistakably warm, unmistakably yours and mine, unmistakably right, down to the last detail.
Gosh, it sounds. Hold on, pause it. It's not Mindy Sterling, right?
No.
Okay, it's somebody famous.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
Take it from the top. Take it from the top.
Unmistakably sharp, unmistakably fine, unmistakably warm, unmistakably yours and mine, unmistakably right.
It sounds familiar. Pause it. Wait, is it Whitney Houston?
Yes, it is.
Oh, snap. Wow. I guess I can hear that, yeah. Whitney's got it going on, I must say.
Mm-hmm.
You ever see Whitney? Gosh, she.
Yeah. Have you ever heard her?
Have I heard Whitney?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Yes, it's a beautiful song.
Unmistakably right. It's good. Yeah, it's good. It's got that kind of bossa nova beat. You know what that's from?
Sounds familiar.
It's from that Nirvana, the band, the show thing. Update Day.
I don't think I saw that.
Oh, that's a good video. Really good video. That's kind of an all-timer, for the internet videos. Update Day? You haven't seen Update Day?
No, I missed it.
Do you know what Nirvana, the band, the show is?
No, I missed the.
Do you know who Matt Johnson is?
Well, I'm not sure.
He makes movies now. I mean, he's, he made that BlackBerry movie, that came out last couple of years ago, or whatever. And he has a new movie out, I think, coming out or something. But anyway, he makes movies, and they had this web series, and I think it might have been a Canadian show at one point, TV show maybe. But he's from Canada. They had this show, and there was video game humor and stuff. But anyway, there was this one video that's called Update Day, and it's pretty good. I mean, it's not pretty good; it's really good, I should say.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna check it out. What do you think of this? They put the strawberry on the.
You know what? Great spot. Great spot. That is interesting. Yeah, that is weird. I think I want that. I could do it. You know what?
Yeah.
Give it to me.
I like a strawberry.
Well, a strawberry with steak could be kind of interesting.
I mean, at least there's like a palate cleanser after the meal, maybe.
I'm thinking to myself, I would eat a piece of strawberry with a piece of steak and get a sort of interesting flavor.
There's a scene in Ratatouille. Again, not to bring it back to Ratatouille, but the rat eats a piece of cheese and then he eats a bite of a strawberry. And
that works. I love
it. It's a flavor combination that he can.
Look, fruit with food, it always works. And guess what? Fruit is food. So you're not even doing anything crazy. I love fruit in salad easily, but I like fruit with other stuff too. Bring it on me. I like a pear. I love pear with some stuff, cheese and some turkey and stuff, and some
Ooh.
mistletoe.
Yeah, like a pear and gorgonzola.
Yes, suck that. That's good. Yeah, it's a good. Wow, they actually just took it up a notch by putting a strawberry in there. I kind of didn't. So
I
let's
like
take
that they put it there right when she sings down to the last detail.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah,
All right, let's look at these adults again.
Unmistakably sharp,
Yeah.
unmistakably fine.
Wait, can you take it back to the ice? Man, they really made that ice look so crisp and kind of just look at that ice. It just sprays, it's got that ice spray. It just looks so.
Ooh.
I mean, first of all, I believe that they had some sort of hydraulics or something in there where they made it spray out when they took out the bottle, because they ain't making that on its own, I mean, look at how it's so unrealistic in a way. Look at this. This comes out and then all of a sudden it just sprays out all this stuff. Look at this. Boom. They just blast the bottom of that bottle as if it was some sort of tainted ball sack. That's, well, pretty good special effects.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know what? Justin Coleman said it right. That's premier 80s ice, and he is right about that.
I think it's the slightly blue light.
There's that blue
hitting
light.
that sweaty metal,
I'm seeing violet almost, kind of purple, hitting the can, or whatever, the bucket.
Yeah.
It's cool as ice, and it sprays you like a crisp sort of spurt. It's a crisp spray on the bottom of a bottle. Let's see it spray frame by frame.
Oh,
watch it come out, and then let's get that spray. Boom. Look at that. Wait, hold on. Is that superimposed on there or something?
It kind of looks like that.
It looked like it faded in. What's up with that? Did it fade in? Is it fake? Did they superimpose this or something? That is such an eruptive sort of, it's champagne ice. You know what I mean?
It looks so refreshing.
It really looks just like you want to just get blasted in your face.
Honestly, this might be one of my favorite commercials I've ever seen.
Yeah? Why? Because of that?
It's just really...
Well, it's good. They've got good...
Everything about it.
Right, good music, good spray, good fruit, good details.
Good guy, getting that shrimp in his mouth.
It's definitely looked good. Premier 80s ice. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is the...
That's swirling.
Wow. Look at, there's a million images in this. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, this is an abstract piece that you could just stare at for so many frames and see so many things in, These are great adults right here. They know what to do. They know what to do on an 80s sunset like that, Look at this. These guys are happy to be with each other. They're warm. They're warmed by the sun and by their bodies. And that's kind of gross to me, but, it's okay. I appreciate it for what it is.
Some kind of cream sauce.
And let's look at this woman. This woman looks almost like a Virginia Madsen type of, almost Faye Dunaway-esque,
Oh, yeah. I see that.
In a way, she's kind of got that Virginia Madsen kind of sort of look, but, with a little bit of Dunaway. She's done away with that Virginia Madsen look.
She sort of thinks she is about to eat this shrimp. She thinks twice, and she's like, "No, I think you kind of like this gross stuff,
right?
You want this?"
She goes, "You know what? You could use this better than me." And look at him open up wide like a good boy, and then he just kind of just sucks on it. He's thinking of her nipple, by the way, in that shot. Sorry, no offense. It does look like he's thinking of her nipple at the time. Sorry. Look, I learned about biting on nipples when I was 3 years old. I accidentally called the phone sex line. You know about that, right?
I probably heard about it. At some
it's
point.
Because of the Muppets. They had this Muppets hotline you can call. It was one of those toll.
Oh, right.
It was not a toll-free number. It was a toll number. I didn't know better. I saw it on TV. I said, "Okay, what's this?" I called the number, and then it was Muppets for a little bit, and then 6 months later or something like that, I remember the number, and I called it again, and it was was some recording of a woman going, "Hey, are you a hot potato? You can, do you want to bite my nipples off and stuff?" Or something like that. Ever since then, anytime I see a man chewing down on a piece of shrimp, I just think about those nipples.
That kind of almost sounds like it could be another steak and ale commercial. Are you a hot potato?
That's right.
Gonna bite my shrimp?
Yeah. Okay, carry on. Look at these silhouettes. These are almost silhouettes. You can just you can play it, I guess. Wait, pause it. Sorry, but those champagne glasses or whatever they are, those wine glasses or whatever, there's something a little suggestive about that. They look either like breasts, or in some ways buttocks.
They're overlapping in such a way as to make a,
it looks like cleavage. It looks like cheeks or cleavage or something in that world,
Yeah.
Pause it. That was a big lobster, wasn't it?
It's a wall of lobster.
That's a lobster.
That's
That's a lobster wall.
It's like a brain.
It does look like a brain. It looks like the brain of an alien.
I spot another strawberry next to it. Left corner.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's pretty good.
Strawberries. I feel like the strawberries are almost there to make it more sensual.
Right. It's like 9.5 weeks or something like that, I think they're trying to reference 9.5 weeks with this whole commercial. Remember when Mickey Rourke looked like a different person?
Yeah. He looked good.
Okay, let's see what's next.
Down to the last detail.
Look at that. What the hell? Okay. I mean, it's interesting how they're... What is it? These vegetables are coming out of the broth or something. How did they make that happen?
Now,
are those real?
When I first saw this, I thought it looked like one of those kind of time-lapse videos of like mold forming.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
In reverse.
All right. Yeah, this kind of brings me back. First of all, this kind of reminds me of Sledgehammer, You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the music video for Sledgehammer, Peter Gabriel. Because, he does that whole vegetable face thing.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I made a music video for the rapper Bus Driver. And we used a lot of food items, and it kind of reminds me of that. You ever see that one?
I feel like I have, but it's another one I should check out again.
Let's carry on.
Tonight is unmistakably.
Hold on a second. Let me see that waitress again here real quick. There's something kind of funny going on here, I think. It almost seemed like the guy was complaining, actually. The guy to the second to the right, or whatever, the only man there, actually. Is there only one man there and he gets to be with all these women? What a lucky duck. He gets to be with all these women. I guess there's someone to the left that could be a man, or it could just be a woman who wears that kind of thing. So this guy gets to go out with 3 women at the same time? Anyway, it seems like
anything's possible.
Is he complaining? Yeah, I know, yeah.
He kind of goes like, oh.
And maybe he's going, oh, that breath is out of sight.
Weird. She makes like a comment to the table, and everybody's wowed by it.
She goes, "Hey, don't forget to put don't forget to stick your carrot in the mashed potatoes." And he goes, "Oh, steak and ale mate's just kind of doing a line here."
The lady on the left really, opens her mouth real wide.
Right. She goes, ha ha. She goes, oh man, that was hardcore.
You know what? I think I have another. I think they made an updated version of this commercial like 5 years later.
Oh, is that right?
Same song, I think maybe re-recorded.
They've got a bunch of kids and stuff now, with all 3 of them. Because, have you seen that family? There's a family that's the guy's got 5 wives. Have you seen that one?
This is like a reality show.
It's on Instagram.
Oh.
Anyway, the guy's got 5 wives and 11 kids or something like that. They all live together.
Huh. I mean, it sounds like it'd be a really lively,
Mm-hmm.
Christmas.
It's actually kind of dark if you read between the lines, to be honest.
It always is.
Let's see what he says with this woman here. She goes, "Oh," and she goes, "Ah." She's like, "Everything going well with you and your 3 dates?" or whatever. Oh. It is funny what's going on there. He's doing some kind of thing, He goes, hold on a second. These are not 3 dates. They're my 3 wives, okay? Treat them with respect.
Oh, maybe she was like, "Oh, you have 3 beautiful daughters here." He's like, "Oh, no, these are my dates. These are my young dates."
You know what's kind of weird? Oh, I guess there's maybe another person. Okay, the person to the far left is really kind of separated from everybody. You know what I mean? It's almost like he's watching it as a show. It's like a dinner show for him, to watch this guy go out with 3 women.
That's us.
I guess that person on the left represents us, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it is sort of a Last Supper kind of situation here.
Yeah. All right, carry on.
Oh.
Oh, he's in the cuck chair, actually, Chode says. That makes sense. Maybe one of them is his wife, I guess. Yeah, I mean, there might be something. All right. Well, anyway, let's see another commercial. Let's see the update. You got an update?
Yeah. Let me bring
that song's pretty good. I could learn it one day.
On piano?
On voice.
Oh. I think Laura could sing it pretty well.
I could sing it.
Yeah, you're right.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I mean, Laura could sing it.
Oh, wait. Darn, that was the same one. Hold on.
Let's see what So yeah, Twit. I don't know if I've seen Twit in the regular channel thing too. Actually, that's pretty good. It's good that we're getting some people in here.
Unmistakably hot.
Oh, take it. Oh, snip. Okay, I'll take it from the top here for a second here. The beginnings always get cut off here for me at least. Yeah. Okay. Now, who is that? Is that the Teen Witch right there? It looked like Teen Witch. You know what I mean? Doesn't that look like Tween Witch? I think that's got to be Tween Witch.
She's got a witchy look with that hat and that kind of collar.
She looks like she is from another time.
Unmistakably hot. Unmistakably cool. Unmistakably sharp.
Oh, wow.
Unmistakably smooth.
Oh, wow. Look at that drip.
Unmistakably right.
Ooh, look at this.
Down to the last detail. Tonight is unmistakably.
Pause it for a second. I love the tonight part. Tonight is unmistakably. That is a good melody moment, It kind of reminds me of this Gary Portnoy song called When the Night Ends. When the Night Ends. It's a good song. Really good song. Gary Portnoy. You know who Gary Portnoy is, right?
Yeah, you said he's like the Beatles of the 80s.
Well, I mean, some of his stuff kind of sounds Beatle-esque, but do you know what he did that's important?
Oh, did he do Cheers?
He did the Cheers theme song. He did that with somebody else, but he's the one singing it too. But more importantly, he did Punky Brewster, and he sings on that also. But he also did Mr. Belvedere, but he doesn't sing on that as Leon Redbone singing, And anyway, I have an album of his. I'll go get it and find it if you want me to show it to you.
What do we think, gang?
You want me to show you this album? You don't need to see it. It's got 2 great songs on it. When the Night Ends and Never Felt This Good, but was it Goodbye never felt this good before. That's the best one. It kind of sounds like Bart Davenport. You know, Bart Davenport's one of the best singer-songwriters of the last 30 years. Basically, it's almost like Bart Davenport took over for Gary Portnoy in a way. Yeah.
Mm. Oh, is that the where you Bart Davenport? That name sounds familiar.
Oh, he's so good. He's the best. He's the best. Maybe start with Maroon Cocoon and then maybe work your way over to Game Preserve. That's the second album. Maroon Cocoon's his third. And then Palaces has some great tracks on it too. And then his self-titled first album, really great. And the guy's just a great songwriter. If I ever made a TV sitcom, which is my dream, I would want him to write the theme song for it, you know, and he can be sort of my Gary Portnoy.
Hey, I love it. Make these dreams happen. Maybe we can crowdfund something.
I want to make a sitcom. I want to make a family sitcom where I'm the dad. Yeah.
Maybe we start with the billboard, and then the rest will come.
Right. I should. All right, take it back. Should I do that in a field or somewhere in the city?
The city of dreams.
All right, let's play this.
Unmistakably hot.
Unmistakably cool.
Unmistakably sharp.
Yep.
Unmistakably smooth.
Smooth.
Unmistakably right. Down to the last detail. Tonight is unmistakably steak and ale.
Oh, he's only got one woman on that one. You know what I mean? He kind of downgraded. He downgraded to just one. Unmistakably horny. Very good, Sean. That does make a lot of sense. Unmistakably horny. Tonight is unmistakably. All right. You want me to do that face? I'll do it. Hold on. I mean, can you show the other one? Let me show the face.
Oh, right.
Okay. Let me see the face before the shrimp.
Or after the shrimp, maybe?
Oh, yeah, after the shrimp.
Oh.
Her eyes are really saying something right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, whatever. I do what I can, but I don't know if it was a good match or not.
It was good.
Her eyes really seem like they want to do things, you know? They're really looking like, I mean, look at this. This whole thing is kind of a bit suggestive though, isn't it? She's sucking on this shrimp. I mean, it's also kind of almost implying if you have a small penis, a shrimp, so to speak, this woman will want it to suck on it, you know?
She might bite the tip.
Mm-hmm. Unmistakably right. Tonight is unmistakably. How's the rest go?
Steak and ale.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight is that really sounds like the Gary Portnoy song. All right.
It kind
What's
of reminds me
next?
of
Yeah.
it's a theme song to Arthur.
Yeah,
Best
not
that
sailing.
you can do.
The best that you can do is fall in love. I love that song. That is a great song. It does sound like that big time, actually. Yeah, the best that you can do is fall in love. Yeah, If you get caught between the new moon and New York City, the best that you can do is fall in love. Is steak and ale. That's what they were going for. They were going for that song. They were going for if you get caught between the moon and New York City. That's a great song. Crisscross did that. You know that?
Mm-hmm.
Crisscross, you know?
It's their best song.
A lot of people don't know that, but the guy's name is Crisscross, Christopher Cross. And a lot of people don't know this, but Crisscross, they're both named Chris. And a lot of people don't know this, but Kid and Play, both named Chris. Everyone's name is Chris. You know that show, Everybody Hates Chris? Everybody's name's Chris. Everybody's name's Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you think Mac Daddy's better than Daddy Mac? What do you got? What else you got? You got something else?
Oh, yeah, I got lots.
I know, there's just too many. And I talk too much. There's too many and I talk too much.
People like what you have to say.
Yep, you know what? Twit is right. The best part of waking up kind of sounds like it kind of does sound like is Folgers in your cup. It kind of sounds like that, you know? BK 20th anniversary, British Knights, Burger King.
I thought maybe we could take this next one
to the next level.
It's
up north to Canada.
Oh.
It's Burger King's.
Oh, that's what BK stands for, British Columbia. You know what I mean? But Mortal Kombat style, you know? An edgy style of, you know, British Columbia.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Gemma knows.
It's Burger King's 20th birthday, Canada, and you get all the party favors, like a 20-cent Pepsi. This week, when you buy a sizzling, flame-broiled Whopper at the regular price, we'll give you a regular Pepsi for
Hey,
just
pause it.
20.
Look, I never eat Burger King. I've probably had Burger King once in my life, but I would eat that right now. I'm hungry.
Yeah, I don't really mess around with Burger King these days.
I never did, but I would eat it. I'm looking at that burger right now. Take the onions out. Man, I really love that my sister, well, I like that she knows, whatever. Anyway, she's been going, she's kind of come around to not liking onions, so I kind of like that. She understands my pain. Take those onions out of there and let me bite into that thing. I would eat that. I'm so hungry right now. I could eat that so easily. I love the way that looks with those burn marks on it.
Flame broiled.
Yeah, I want that flame broiled burger right now. Let me just chew into it. I'm getting really hungry right now. Unmistakably hungry.
Give you a regular Pepsi for just 20 cents. 20 little pennies, 20 great years.
Oh.
Come in Canada and
Is that how much it cost? 20 cents? So 20 cents would be what? 10 cents US or what?
Yeah, how many toonies or
me
loonies is
think.
that?
Wait. Oh, maybe it doesn't matter. Who knows what it was at this time? You know, it could have been an equal thing. Anyway, sorry.
come in Canada and celebrate before the
Look at the
party's
way
over.
that guy, the kid goes. He goes, "Hey, what's up?" He goes, "Hey, what's up?" He kind of is kind of a gangster of sorts. Look at him. He goes, "Hey, what's up? Hey, fool, what's up? What's up? You come to Burger King, fool? Fool, there's only 20 cents right now celebrating the 20th anniversary, fool. What's up? Hey, what's up, fool? Hey, we're over here just eating, celebrating Burger King Canada, fool. BK, fool. British Columbia, fool." The way he's nodding his head is very gangstery.
Flaring his nostrils a little bit.
Yeah, he's just really kind of roostering right now.
Canada
Oh.
and celebrate.
That bee on the bottom of the screen almost looks like, reminds me of Baskin Robbins. Look at this kid that he's hanging out with is not a gangster at all. The other kid is just looking behind him, thinking to himself, yes, he's really snotty in a way. You know what I mean? He's kind of I don't know. In a way, he just looks like he's kind of stuck up.
He's not as street smart as
No,
this other
he's
kid.
well. They're two different worlds. They just come from two different worlds, and they both teach each other about those worlds, and that's why they're friends.
Canada and celebrate before the party's over. After all, 20-cent Pepsis aren't the only reason you're gonna love us.
Oh, it's his birthday? It's his birthday. This is actually kind of weird. I mean, she kind of just, pulls the hat up and kind of lets it fall on his head. And I don't know, man. This kid is a bit of an ice cream head. You know what I mean? It looks like an upside down ice cream cone. The way his hair is, his hair looks like ice cream in a way. You know what I mean? I kind of almost want to take a scoop out of I want to lick his hair. You know what I mean?
This guy's got very thin, kind of candy floss hair.
His hair is fine like ice cream. I mean, this guy looks like he's got some kind of pralines and cream kind of hair or something like that. I could take a lick. Let me lick that hair. He's got an ice cream cone head. I mean, that's what that woman is laughing about right now. She's got, you got an ice cream cone head for your birthday.
There's actually 2 commercials in one. But I thought there's a weird kind of energy between these two. It shows up again in the next one.
This kid is just sort of doesn't know what to think, He's thinking to himself, oh, I've never had an ice cream head before. This is cool. It's different. Yeah, she is kind of making fun of him hardcore. Take it back just a little bit. I just want to see her kind of plop that thing on his head.
This week at Burger King's 20th
Oh.
birthday, Canada, you're the one who's in for a big
Did she say 12th birthday? Oh, 20th.
20th.
Wow, imagine getting a birthday candle on your burger. Let's see what happens.
Big surprise. A 20-cent Whopper. That's right. When you buy a sizzling flame-broiled
I would eat that. I'd eat it. I don't like fast food, but I eat it. That's actually kind of a bad... I got to say, they did that in the first commercial. It's kind of bad marketing in a way to show money around the food like that. You know what I mean?
They dumped a bunch of dirty money around the food.
It's that money is dirty and they're putting it right next to the food. Get this. Okay, Chicken Jessica. You know how I was in a Pizza Hut commercial?
You were in a Pizza Hut commercial? Wait, yeah, I do remember that.
You know that, right?
Yeah.
In fact, I'll show it to people again real quick. I think they edited it because I think they started to think what I'm thinking about that money. I was playing a guy raised by wolves. That's what I was supposed to be playing. And I think that, but I kind of looked kind of dirty and stuff. And I'm in the kitchen of the Pizza Hut and I'm touching the pizza and stuff. I think they thought, maybe we don't want to get this message across that there's dirty people kind of hanging out in the kitchen and stuff. And then I found an edit of it that was an earlier edit. And I think that they cut me more out of it because to make it not too dirty seeming. You know what I mean? So look, here's the original version of it. Okay. I'm going to show it to you. The best that you can't do is fall in love. I think they said, oh wait, I just forgot. We're not private. That's all right. Nobody's going to see this. I think it's okay to show this, I think. Okay, look at this. Look at this.
Pizza Hut makes the best
So I'm in this kind of a lot, I guess, right?
pizza under the moon. You see, when you're raised by
They had me
wolves-
sniffing it and stuff. They wanted me to sniff it and all that, And
by wolves, there's no 10 any deal where you can carry out a large Pizza Hut pizza, any toppings, any recipe, any day of the week. No, you're just stuck with whatever sticks and tree nuts the wolves bring back. It's obvious now my wolf parents were just sandbagging all that fresh meat. I can still hear my wolf dad laughing. Large pan meat lovers. Look who's laughing now, wolves. Howl. The 10 any deal, because no one out pizzas the Hut.
it almost seems like it's not real, right? It seems like a fake commercial that they would do. Anyway, here's the final edit, though. Okay? Check out the final edit. Here's what happened. I think they thought, oh, this guy looks like he's, I don't know, kind of dirty and stuff. Maybe we shouldn't have him in the kitchen, I think, And so this is what aired, I think. They kind of cut me out a lot of it.
The best pizza under the
Sorry,
moon.
let me hold on.
Pizza Hut makes the best pizza under the moon. You see, when you're raised by wolves, there's no 10 any deal where you can carry out a large Pizza Hut pizza, any toppings, any recipe, any day of the week. No, you just starve while your wolf brothers sandbag all the fresh meat. But now, I can even carry out a large pan meat lovers for just $10, while Barky and Sparky look for their dinner in the woods like a bunch of animals. Look who's laughing now, wolves. The 10 any deal, because no one out pizzas the Hut.
They really took me out of the kitchen. I mean, they really don't show me in the kitchen very much. And then they're showing all this footage of wolves the whole time. I mean, they obviously thought, I think they thought something. Oh, this is maybe not a good image for us to have this guy who maybe looks like, he lives on the streets or something like that. And he's all kind of messing around with the food and stuff,
Yeah.
They sped up my voice too here, I think. That sounds like.
But now I can even
Let's see.
be any day of the week. No,
This one right
Pizza
here.
Hut pizza, any top.
It was such a mouthful, by the way, saying all that
Any
stuff.
deal where you can carry out a large Pizza Hut pizza, any toppings, any recipe, any day of the week. No, you.
Anyway, they also had me do radio versions of this too. I went into a recording studio to just do radio versions of this thing, actually. But they wanted me to sound more like a wolf on that one because I couldn't convey that with the way I looked,
That's I thought they were going for more of like a Geico caveman thing where it's like,
Yeah, it looked like a caveman. It does look like a caveman. That's the thing. I think that they were trying to go for man raised by wolves, but it looks like a caveman. Whatever the case may be, it looks kind of dirty, and I think that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they wanted to cut that out.
I've never seen that commercial. That was a treat.
Oh, really? Never seen that?
No. I'm not the only one. Someone else said they'd never seen it.
I thought you all probably had seen that stuff before, but those commercials. Well, all I'm saying is, I think it's interesting how they ended up not using a lot of visual footage of me for it. Also for that, I'll show you one other picture real quick. Let me look for this here. I have some pictures of this that are kind of interesting, but this doesn't really read in the commercial, but they wanted me to wear blue contact lenses.
Oh, so you look more like a wolf.
I don't know, to make me look a certain way, I guess, Here, I'll just show these to you real quick. I'll see if I can show these to you here. Hold on. Let me show this real quick.
Good point by Nicole.
Oh, yeah.
Primitives would live in a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe they should have just said I was a caveman. The idea was I don't talk like a wild wolf guy. I talk more intelligently and stuff. That was the idea, But look. So I don't know if you can see this, but I've got hold on, sorry, I haven't shared this yet. So I'll try to zoom in on this so you can see the blue eyes, but they wanted my eyes to be blue. I had to go to I've never worn contact lenses before in my life, and it was very weird to put contact lenses in. I had to get used to it and stuff. And look at that. Can you see the blue eyes?
Oh yeah.
Isn't that interesting? It's not like it's going to even read too,
Yeah, it didn't read at all in the actual commercial.
And obviously, they put this hair in there and everything, and so there's that. And then this is me without the wig on. And I'm going right there. I'm going like, "What's up, fool? You go to Pizza Hut? Hey, fool! Hey, we're celebrating Pizza Hut's 20th anniversary, fool." Kind of looks a little bit gangstery, a little bit,
That's a tough look.
It is kind of tough. This is the full outfit.
The shoes look like bags.
I know, the shoes are ridiculous. They basically are bags. Yeah. This whole thing was kind of just a weird thing. This whole thing was weird. I was basically wearing a skirt, and it was, yeah. Then there's this whatever that thing is,
A little bracer.
Let's see.
All that.
There's the blue eyes there. And then wait, sorry. Wait, hold on. Where's the? There's just more pictures. That's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, the blue eyes. That's kind of interesting. I had to get used to putting those in. I mean, those are. Yeah. I mean, blue eyes. Imagine me with blue eyes. Well, there it is. You don't have to imagine it.
Wow. Did they let you keep the hair, the fur?
No. I don't even know if they, even though those contact lenses were made for my eyes, I can't remember if they, I don't think I have them. I don't think I kept them. Yeah.
It's a shame.
You know, I shot this thing once in the 2000s for MTV. You know about this, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This show, I shot 7 episodes of it. Did voiceover for 8 of them, actually. It was a kind of a prank show. And anyway, I was wearing the suit, and it was this tailored suit. They took me to Barney's, and they tailored the suit for me. And then the director kept saying, "Oh man, they're going to give you the suit. You're getting this good suit afterwards." I thought the suit was okay. It only had 1 button in the front. I like 2 buttons, you know. But they never gave me the suit. It's all right. I didn't want it anyway, you know.
Yeah. Well.
It didn't air, by the way. All my stuff didn't air. You know?
It's their loss.
Yeah. Oh. But anyway, so all right, let's do one more commercial at least. Oh, we got to finish this one actually.
Yeah.
I guess my point is though it's coins next. I'm surprised nobody said no coins next to the food. That doesn't look healthy. Oh, there goes Amanda. All right, let's see what we got here. It's funny because wait, pause it. It's funny that the birthday party is just the kid, the birthday boy, and his one little gangster friend. You know, that's it. You know, he doesn't look as much like a gangster with that hat, though. You know,
he looks a lot littler in this one.
Right. I think he became younger. I think, or maybe this one was done before. You know, this was the previous birthday. It's funny because it really does sort of seem like that kid's kind of preppy, and then the other kid, well, more so in the other one is sort of the gangster, and he's kind of teaching him the ways of the street, and then he's teaching him how to, you know, it's kind of like 6 degrees of separation or something. It's almost like a comedy trio, you know, it's these two and then the employee, you know what I mean? They make a kind of a troupe in a way.
It's the Marx Brothers.
Yeah.
It's Burger King.
There's more? Oh.
That was
All
the first one. I just thought it was weird she like takes the balloon back.
Oh yeah. She's saying you can only this is my crystal ball. I'll let you look at it for your birthday just for a little bit, you know. She goes, just for a little bit, you get to look at my balloon.
You have to give this back to Burger King.
This is property of Burger King, but I'm glad you got to touch it for your birthday. He's thinking of himself, man, that's really cool. I got to touch that balloon. You know, he's thinking of himself. I bet Laura would have had a field day on this commercial.
Yeah. I think he became a man.
This kid?
Yeah.
It's kind of a bar mitzvah boy here. Let's do one other commercial. Just one. Only one.
All right, let me find a good one. You know, I've got kind of a weird one. It's more of like it's a commercial for like it's a commercial for stores to sell these frozen Bubba Gump shrimp meals, and it's got this guy playing Forrest Gump. It's not Tom Hanks, and it's
Really?
I just thought it was weird, and I had to use some like voice isolation to take out Sweet Home Alabama that's playing underneath
Oh,
the whole
good,
thing.
good.
So it shouldn't get flagged or anything. But I don't know. Does that sound
Let's
interesting?
give it a shot. Let's see what it looks like. I take it from the top. Oh, never mind. Actually, never mind. We're good. We don't need the beginning.
Hello, my name's Forrest Gump, and this here's my restaurant, the
All right,
Bubba
pause
Gump
it.
Shrimp Company.
I mean, it's not bad, you know. It's not bad. It kind of looks like them, you know.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, there's a part where I think he does a really good job, but it's I don't know, it's kind of an uncanny valley to just see another guy,
Another Gump.
Yeah.
And I'm inviting you to come on in.
His voice does kind of sound like it, you know. Sounds like Tom Hanks.
Now, I started Bubba Gump because of my best good friend, Bubba. It's been over 10 years. That's a decade. We've grown real huge since then. In fact,
Wait,
we're
pause
all
it.
over the world.
I will say though, he's, you know, Forrest Gump kind of tests with a low IQ. You know, I feel like this guy is kind of playing it with an even lower IQ in a way. You know what I mean?
That's part of it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's a little
Wide
weird.
world. We've got 33 restaurants. 22 are in the United States, and there's other Bubba Gumps in Japan. And
Well,
there's
okay, I'm
Bubba
sorry, but pause it. I mean, no disrespect to the man, but I mean, at first I kind of thought that there was some, he was, you know, emulating Tom Hanks pretty well, but I feel like he's kind of doing his own thing now at this point, you know.
It kind of goes in and out.
Yeah.
Gumps down in Mexico, and there's a Bubba Gump in Hong Kong, and there's Bubba Gumps in other countries that I'm not even smart enough to remember right now.
Oh my God, what a diss! What a diss, actually. First of all, well, I guess he would say that, but he wouldn't say it like that. You know what I mean? I mean, look, Forrest Gump would say, "I may not be a smart man, but I know what love is." That's how he would say it. But he would say, "But there's other countries I'm not even smart enough to know." He wouldn't say that, you know.
It is funny they just have to we just need to come out and say this. That's why, you know, just saying I'm not smart enough.
It just feels like this is a commentary on Forrest Gump, not really Forrest Gump. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is just a commentary on Forrest Gump, but not really Forrest Gump. My mom always said life is like a commentary. You know, you just make fun of yourself and then see what happens. I did not have sex with that woman. I did smoke marijuana once, but I did not inhale. I feel your pain. This is Forrest Gump, and I feel your pain. I feel your pain. I told Hillary, I said, she said, what, Forrest? I said, hey, I feel your pain, Hillary. I feel your pain. I called up Monica. I said, hey, Monica, guess who it is? She said, who is it? I said, it's Forrest Gump. I thought Big Hill, my wife, Big Hill, Capitol Hill. I call her Capitol Hill. She went on a business trip to Burundi. So I had the whole White House to myself. First thing I did was call up Hillary. I said, hey, Hillary. First thing I did is I called Monica. I said, hey, Monica, I'm back. She goes, who is this? I said, it's Forrest Gump. She goes, what do you mean Forrest Gump? I said, I'm Forrest Gump from the movie. You don't recognize my voice? She said, oh, yeah. So what do you want? I said, well, I was wondering if you want to come into the Oval Office for, seems like old times, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know.
I had a thought. Would it be possible to fuse Forrest Gump and Sling Blade?
Oh, that's a really good idea. So Sling Blade is kind of like this. I killed my mom with a sling blade. Some people call it a Kaiser blade. I call it a sling blade. I'm gonna get some of those French fried potatoes. You ought not to done that. You only a boy. You only a boy. You only a boy. Wait, with who? Forrest Gump or Clinton?
Gump or Clinton, whatever you like better.
Let's go Clinton first. I did not have sex with that woman. Monica was just an intern at the time. I did not have sex with that woman. Mm-hmm. Wait, hold on. Let me think. Oh, hey, and this is how it goes. French fried potato. I killed my mom with a sling blade. Hold on. You ought not to done that. You only a boy. You ought not to do that. You only. I did not have sex with that woman. I did not have sex with that woman. I see pussy colored blue, red pussy too. That's what it is. You combine it, it's Louis Armstrong, basically. Good. What about Gump, though? My ma always said life is like a box of chocolate. My ma, Jenny. Lieutenant Dan. My name is Forrest Gump, and I approve of this message. Well, hold on. My ma always said life is like a box of chocolates. Ma always said life is like a box of chocolates. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me. My ma always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Could be French fried potatoes. Ma always said life is like a box of French fried potatoes. You never know what you're gonna get. Something like that. I don't know.
I kind of like the idea of you just do an impression and then you say mm-hmm after they say something.
Uh-huh.
That's the
that's a different take. So if it was Cosby, it would be like, I told Camille told me that you had to bake the cookies, and I got the Jello pudding snacks out on the table. I told Rudy, go to your room. Actually, sorry, I was starting to fuse it again, but
that was kind of it just makes Fat Albert.
It became Fat Albert, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rudy, Theo, I told Theo you ought not to done that, you only a boy. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I told Claire, can I get my French fried potatoes, please? I love my French fried potatoes. Mm-hmm. Ma always said life was like a box of French fried potatoes. You never know what you're gonna get. No. Hey, this is Bill Cosby. You're watching Picture Pages on your TV station. This is Bill Cosby. It's picture time. Let's go to the picture time. We're doing Picture Pages. You ever watch Picture Pages?
I think I did when I was real little. Actually, I think my mom would sing this song to me even after the show had ceased to air.
Do you know that there was a show called Cosby? Wait.
Cosby
or no,
Mysteries?
It was called The Bill Cosby Show. I mean, it was before The Cosby Show. And he's a single bachelor guy, you know? Did you ever see my show the Cosby Show? I would be single. I didn't know Claire, no Theo, no Rudy, just me, Bill Cosby, bachelor at large, and hey, it's me, Fata. I can't do it. That almost sounded like Barney from The Simpsons. Hey, Homer. Hey, Homer. Hey, Homer. Mo sounds like this. Hey, Homer. Hey, Homer.
Yeah,
Homer sounds like. Oh yeah, you got it.
Hey there, Homer.
Oh, that's it. And then this is Homer. Woohoo! Look at the flubber fly. Woohoo! Look at the flubber fly. Marge always said I can't do it. Never mind.
That's season 1 Homer.
Yeah, season 1 Homer. Man, it's weird. Those voices sounded different in season 1. I used to watch The Simpsons on the Tracy Ullman Show. Do you know about that?
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch the Tracy Ullman show, and I almost kind of watched the Tracy Ullman show for The Simpsons. You know,
You think a lot of people did? That's why they got their own show, huh?
Yeah. But you know, it's so interesting how violent Homer was in the earlier times in the show. They really toned that down majorly. You know, he used to strangle Bart. You know, he used to hold him like I hold my microphones, strangling him, and he'd be, why you little, you know, and he's just strangling them. He was this hot-tempered guy, and then they really kind of just moved into more just he's sort of dumb and nice kind of guy, you know, or something like that. Who's more popular, Homer or Bart? Bart was so popular in the beginning. That was the most popular character at a certain point.
They had to ban Bart shirts from schools.
I actually had a Bart Simpson sweatshirt, to be honest. It said "Genius at work" or something like that. It was him reading it was a comic book inside of a book or something like that. Genius at work, something like that. My teacher kind of made fun of me for wearing it, actually. She said,
Really?
Because I wasn't working or something. She said, well, your t-shirt, you've got a shirt that says "Genius at work. Why don't you live up to your t-shirt?"
That's a pretty good teacher remark.
Something like that. She did not like me.
Did you ever say a remark like that when you were
subbing?
Substituting? Yeah.
Well, in a playful way, I did say some stuff, you know, in a playful way. I mean, the genesis of that joke I do is based on real life, you know. This kid, there was this girl in the class who kept on going, "Oh, hell no, hell no." She kept on saying that. "Oh, hell no, hell no. Oh, hell no, hell no." And then this other person asked, "Mr. Weinbach, can I go to my locker real quick?" It was while class was in session, and they weren't supposed to do that. And I kind of came out with it. I just went, "Hell no, hell no." And everybody blew up in the class. It was and then later that night, I did the material on stage. I just thought, really that's the joke right there. You know, she kept on going. The girl's name was Nico, actually. "Oh, hell no, hell no. Oh, hell no, hell no." She kept on saying that. And then I went, and then it just came out of me. The other person went, "Can I go to my locker real quick?" I said, "Hell no, hell no." They were loving that. So
that's great.
Twit wants Mike from Breaking Bad. Mike from Breaking Bad.
But who are we going to fuse that with?
Well, I know who. Okay. Well, you know, the only logical thing you could do, I don't know. The only logical thing you could do is fuse it with Sling Blade from the movie Sling Blade. Gus said life is like a box of chocolates. Gus said life is like a box of methamphetamine. Wait, what did they sell in that? Is it not amphetamine? It's
crystal meth.
Gus always said life is like a box of meth. Of crystal meth. You know, you never know how blue it's going to get. I don't know.
So Gus and Gump together sounds like if he's saying that.
Gus and Gump?
Yeah.
Oh, Forrest Gus? Let's see. Miles said life is like a box of chocolates. Okay, so Jenny. Hold on, see. Jenny. Say. That could work. I would like you to come to my house for bottle service. I would like you to come to my house for bottle service. I would like you to come to my house for dinner. We work together. I feel we should break bread together. I would like you. Okay. Don Gump. My mom always said that life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Or something, I don't know. Ma always said life was like a box of chocolates. Ma always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Jenny, I would like you to come to my house for dinner. We work together, Jenny. I feel we should break bread together. Jenny, I feel we should break bread together. Or something. I don't know. I can't. It's hard.
I think you did it.
It's hard. There. It's hard, actually. Chocolate.
Good.
Don Gump. Danny Lardio. All right. Well, I guess we have to finish this commercial, I guess.
Well, come to Bubba Gump's because of the fun and the food. So I said, how can you package the fun? And my mama said, Forrest, I have a better idea. Why don't you just package those great shrimp dishes? So I said, okay. Mama sure did have a fine idea. Now, in the past, I used to say life is like a box of chocolates, but now I like to say that life is like a box of Chipotle barbecued shrimp. Or
Wait, pause it.
there-
I'm sorry, but Chipotle?
He is not a smart man.
That's beyond that, though. I mean, even Gump himself wouldn't say such a thing, you know?
Well, you know, my grandmother used to call it chipotles.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No comment. No comment on my grandmother.
Chipotles. Chipotles?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, I get it. That actually kind of makes sense, to be honest. Chipotles. I kind of get that in a way. I mean, you're kind of pronouncing it. He said what did he say? Chipotle. Chipotle?
like a box of Chipotle barbecue.
Chipotle. Pause it. Chipotle. That's way off from what that reads. You know, at least Chipotle actually kind of that kind of, you know, makes sense in some way, right? But come on,
Yeah.
Chipotle. What did he say? Chipotle? That doesn't make any sense.
Chipotle.
Shrimp, or there's coconut shrimp, or there's shrimp dynamite, or there's tequila lime shrimp and pasta, or there's soy ginger shrimp and noodles. We even have something called seafood fritters. They are really good. Now, I'm not a smart man, but I do think it would be a great idea to place an order with my friends at Rubicon. They'll help you out with
Rubicon.
everything you'll need to get my Bubba Gump meals in your stores. And that's all I have to say about that. How about you guys?
Go on. That's not something Gump would done.
I think he does this really well. The side eye. That's what I think he gets right. He kind of looks like Tom Hanks when he does that.
Yeah, well, I think that there's elements about this guy that definitely feel like it works, you know. But what's it called? You know, I wonder if the Bubba Gump, I've never been to the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, because why would I? Because I don't need shrimp. But I wonder if they have a guy who's dressed up like Forrest Gump who kind of goes around, or if all the waiters dress like Forrest Gump, you know?
Yeah, I've never been either. There was one near here. I never went. And it closed down.
It's kind of interesting that they even did that. They thought, this movie's so popular, let's make a restaurant based on the movie, basically, you know?
He was as popular as Bart Simpson.
Yeah, just about, yeah. I mean, that would be kind of, in a way, funny if there was Forrest Gump impersonators. That's not something Gump would have done. Rubicon. It's actually an advertisement for Rubicon Resources.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, look, let's I guess let's wrap it up. But thanks everybody. And I guess we'll be back on the regular channel next. I don't know. I don't think I could do Bart, by the way. You got to have. Let's see. Eat my shorts, man. I don't know. I can't do it. I don't know.
You have to like plug up your nose or something.
Eat my shorts. Eat my shorts, man. Eat my shorts. Don't have a cow, man.
I can't do it. I mean, a woman does his voice, so I don't know. You know, how's a manly man like me gonna do that voice? You know. You know about that whole Scientology thing?
Just in general, or something to do with
The voice
Bart?
of Bart. I think the voice of Bart is a Scientologist, and she left. I don't know. She made this phone message that they called out to people and advertising Scientology in the voice of Bart. And it was kind of a bit of it was an issue, or something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting this wrong or something.
I bet that'd be an issue.
They had some, automatic calling thing that went out to different people's phones, leaving a message about Scientology as Bart Simpson,
It'd be better if they had Forrest Gump do it.
What's the name of that Zoltron? What is the name of that weird space age creature? Or whatever? Zoltron or something like that? Or
Xenu?
Xenu, that's it. Ma always said life is like meeting Xenu. What is it? What's the level that you have to reach to meet Xenu? What is it?
No.
Ma always said life is like Xenu. You got to get to level 15.
Don't have a Xenu bad.
Homie. That's Marge. Homie. What does that sound like? Grover or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Homie.
Or Miss Piggy.
Oh, yeah. Miss Piggy, yeah. So who did the voice of Marge? Frank Oz?
That's a funny idea.
It almost does sound like it, though, right? Marge as Bone Thugs? I can't really do Marge. But and I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody. It's the Tuggers Ruggers Bone. It's the Tuggers Ruggers Bone. I see you at the crossroads. I see you at the crossroads. And I'm gonna miss everybody. And I'm gonna miss everybody.
I think someone wants Fred Stoller as Bone Thugs.
What?
You do Fred Stoller.
I couldn't do an impression of Fred Stoller. I mean, Fred Stoller, he has kind of an East Coast accent, I guess, right? I couldn't do Fred Stoller. I'm surprised people know who that. Well, I guess you guys know. Comedy.
I like Fred Stoller.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
good.
There's this music video. I think he made a music video about how he's like he takes risks. He says like, I bought a pencil. I didn't even need it. I just saw it and I bought it.
I saw it. He probably said, I saw it and I just bought it.
Oh, good.
Ray Romano. No, Ray Romano sounds a little bit like this. This is Ray Romano. Hey, this is Ray Romano. Everybody loves me. Hey, everybody loves me. Hey, what can I say? Everybody loves me. I guess, yeah, Fred Stoller does sound like Ray Romano a little bit, doesn't he? This is Fred Stoller. I bought a pencil. I didn't even need it.
Fred Stoller played Ray's cousin on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Sling Blade Romano? I killed my mom with a sling blade. I killed my mom with a sling blade. It goes back to Louis Armstrong again, You do Sling Blade and Ray Romano. Because Ray Romano sounds a little bit like this. This is Ray Romano. Yeah, I actually killed my mom with a sling blade, but you add a little bit of, I killed French fried potato. If you do it, it sounds a little bit like this. Yeah, I killed my mom with a sling blade. Give me your lips for just a moment. In my imagination, let this moment be a kiss to build a dream on. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I love to see you smile. Look, it doesn't feel that great for my throat to do that, so,
Yeah. You got to save that throat. You're doing all these podcasts lately.
Say what?
You got to save your throat. You're doing all these podcasts.
Yeah, I mean, I've done most of them. I mean, what's the ones left here? Well, there's a couple left, definitely. Got to get these. All right, look, this is the street team. We got to get this special scene more, Let's get it to, some higher levels here, you know.
Got it to Xenu level.
Let's get it to Xenu level. There's a special, everybody. You all seen it before, I hope. And you know what? Just street team it. You know what I mean? Let's just start plugging it everywhere. You know what I mean?
Watch it again. It gets even better.
Get it. Somehow figure out ways you can post it somewhere where people will see it and they'll just watch it. People don't even know, you know?
Maybe like if you're at like a dentist office and there's a TV in the waiting room, like pop it on there.
Do it, whatever you can do. Do whatever you do. This is street team. We got to make this. Look, the goal, I don't think it's going to happen, but let's try to get 1 million views on this thing. Hey, Nicole, who is it? Get him to watch it or her to watch it. Good. Let's take it to the White House. Let's get it to the White House. Let's get it in the. Let's get the Pentagon to see it. Can we take popular culture to the Pentagon?
Narcissa. You heard of this speedrunner?
Mm-mm. Oh, I do now. Let's get it on Narcissa's thing. I am gonna. I'm doing office hours on June 5th. I think June 5th.
Oh, something interesting is happening here.
Oh yeah. So all right, let's wrap it up. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next week. Okay. I'm Brent Weinbach. Thank you to Chicken. Oh, shoot. I forgot to mention everything. Thank you to Chicken Jessica for his help. Thank you to Weird Artifacts, Jason Odd, who for helping make the highlight clips. His band is Weird Artifacts. Check out his music. And thanks to Gemma. Thank you. Okay. So he makes the clips. You can see the clips on Instagram.com/Chicken Coop Show or this YouTube channel. The clips are on this one that you're looking at right now. And also, but thank you to Gemma and Cammie for their help with those accounts. I'm so hungry right now. I can't wait to eat something. I'm so hungry. And I think that's about it, I think, right?
Don't forget, next week is back on Brent's channel.
Mm-hmm.
And dump those chats.
Mm-hmm. And there's a Discord if you want to stay connected on that. It's in the description of the video here and all about that. Okay? Bye-bye.